Good day, everyone. Welcome to episode 7, Lieve Successieve. It's for us time to take a breather of all the international rugby that is taking a break for now.
He has to start every
But yeah,
podcast like that now. It's done.
can only Lieve Successieve, not eight. But yeah, have you guys been watching any sport this week? I think the only thing that has been playing or was on is basically the Tour de France. So I'm gonna hand it
Going
over
into
to
it
you
already.
guys. Yeah, definitely. Over there,
I
if you
think
look at the leaderboards,
I
it's
think I'll
just
take
over to
over for the
Flippy and
Tour de
Peter here.
France.
Yeah,
I'll take over for
Yeah,
that's how
Peter.
it
Yeah,
works.
Flippy, our new log leader. You can see how
Peter
proud of himself
self-proclaimed
he is.
Peter proclaimed himself as the king of Tour de France, and he was dethroned for the second time.
Yeah,
The man who knew nothing.
my early shout might have been a bit cocky in hindsight. It's stage 5. Nah, I've got this.
What's the saying? Hastige hond brandt zijn mond. So yeah, the guy who knows the least will now give you a quick breakdown of the Tour de France and how actually the point system works. Because I don't think we have
Yes.
any of us actually have a clue. So if I get my notes here quickly, bear with me. There might be a few mistakes.
Even notes, Flippy is well prepared
Yeah,
today.
I got the notes. Okay, so let's start. Okay, every stage you pick for riders. Last time I said drivers. So you get your general
What's the
classification, your
leader's name
sprinters,
again,
your
Flippy?
climbers. Pogacar.
There we
Is
go.
that what you
Okay.
want?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm learning. So every stage you pick 4 guys: the general classification, the sprinter, climber, and then your wild card. And depending on the stage, that will shift. General classification will always be there, but if you have, depending on the stage, you'll have sprinters, climbers, or the wild card. For flat stages, you get sprinters and time trialists, and then the mountain stages, you get the climbers and attackers. So depending on where they basically
Mm.
where they land, they'll get points for that. Okay. Now the place where you get the most points is probably where you got your fantasy team finishes. So I think the top 40 finishers gets points, and then from 1 to 10 the most points, with the 1 being you get the most points. Then intermediate sprint points, if your rider places well in the intermediate points, in intermediate sprint, they earn additional fantasy points. So you get extra points there, bonus sprint points, and then the one where I overtook Peter was the King of the Mountain stage. So you get every categorized climb awards fantasy points. Depending on how difficult the climb is, you'll get more points. So there's a category 4, 3, 2, 1. And then depending on how well they climb, they get extra points. And then for the jersey points, you get the yellow jersey, green jersey, polka dot jersey, and the white jersey. If they get the jersey and can keep the jersey, they'll get additional points as well. And then consistency as well. If you have someone that consistently finishes in the top 40, they'll get extra points there. And time trialists, they also, if they do well in time trials, they'll get extra points. Now the different stages, you get the flat stages, the hill stages, the mountain stages, and the time trial. The flat stages focus on sprinters, intermediate sprints, and the stage finish, so where they finish in the race. The hill stages finishes on punchers, breakaway riders, and versatile all-rounders. The mountain stage focus on climbers, GC contenders, and King of the Mountain points. And then time trial, basically how quickly you can finish certain checkpoints. And especially with the mountain stages, I believe there's points where if you reach the summit before anyone else, you get points even if you don't finish first for the race there. So that's basically a quick breakdown. I probably made a lot of mistakes today, but yeah,
Yeah.
a lot
I'm
of
happy,
talking.
Flippy, that it's only again next year. I'll need a year to recap all these rules.
I might have zoned out early on that one, but I'm sure it was valuable, Flippy. And if I listened more, I wouldn't be second.
I'm just giving you tips there, Peter. I saw you were struggling there, so I'm just trying to help. That's all there.
I just started panicking. I didn't want to come third, but then you start overthinking your picks. You know how it goes.
Yeah, true. I think because you still have to battle for a second or third spot there. I think Albert's still in there. Unfortunately,
I'll be honest, maybe it's going to become Peter's attitude problem, but the minute I gave up first place, I solidly checked out of the Tour de France. Not watching it, but playing it.
Yeah.
I've made these last few picks about 5 days ago, and now I've just been enjoying it for the love of the game,
Yeah. Who was that? I haven't watched too much, but one guy that actually impressed me was that one guy that breaks away the first.
Richard
breaking away. Carapaz, yeah, he's actually very, very talented. It's the first time I'm hearing of him this year.
Unbelievable. I don't know if you noticed, but you can actually check, maybe you can show actually everyone, but if you check on the GC contenders, how he jumped, I think a week ago he wasn't even a contender, and now his points are, I think he's second or third in points on Superbru GC contender points. He's been incredible. But I think you saw how elite he was, making breaks, 3 days in a row, which was insane.
Yeah.
But then when they were on top of the mountain, when Pogacar came past, even he couldn't keep up with Altare. I mean, I don't know if you guys watched that stage. I think Flippy, you said
I watched the highlights from that one.
Yeah, I mean, I was busy texting our friend Albert during, and we were just like, watch this guy. He's just overtaking them as if they're standing still. It was one of the greatest, and the weird thing is he does it every year, but it's one of the greatest feats of cycling I've ever seen.
Yeah, already winning, but just flexing, But this time now he's just flexing.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't even have his mouth open. He's not even mouth breathing there. It's nuts. It's nuts.
That wasn't
These
but
guys
Guts actually keeping himself back because I think he wanted Del Toro, his teammate, to actually finish with a position or a podium position for, I can't remember for the
youngest rider,
yeah. Because I watched.
Because Del Toro's third at the moment as well, so there's a good chance he's going to finish on the podium in his first Tour de France, which is insane, firstly, and then to win one rider is, I mean, they're both unreal. Because there's a young Frenchman, Sixas, who's also very good, and Pogacar helping him to that is flippin' cool. They're such a strong team.
I think there's anyone that will challenge Pogacar, maybe not in the next 1, 2, 3, even 4 years, but who, if you had to put your money on it, who would be the guy to eventually take it from Pogacar?
Yeah, I think Remco obviously came quite close this year. So Remco Evenepoel, I thought he is very good. But what the danger is that they always expect these young kids to do really special things. So Del Toro could be something special, and I'm always nervous. I'm always wary of the young French guys who come through because there's so much hype around them. We've seen this so many years with Julian Alaphilippe. I mean, numerous guys who come through and they're so good, and then everyone thinks, oh, they're the next French champion because everyone wants a French champion. But it's been a long time since there's been a French champion. So everyone's very excited about this Paul Sixas guy. But I think between him and Del Toro, they're both stupendous athletes. So maybe it's one of them. But they'll inevitably have to move to their own team to be a GC contender if they want to do that.
Yeah, I think the French will go bulk nanas if a French rider wins the Tour de France.
Yeah, I think so. No, for sure.
Yeah, the cycling I watched. I think yesterday was my first Tour de France full watch through in my life.
Nice,
and
congrats, Flippy.
Yeah, surprisingly, I had nothing.
You're moving up in life.
What happens when you're top of the table? Suddenly you're interested in the sport.
Yeah, no, suddenly there's something to play for.
Now we just
I was watching their fans, and their
to get into his test cricket, then you can watch all of it as well. When you must start winning first.
If I start winning Superbru in cricket, I'll start watching cricket a lot more. Trust me. But yeah, I was watching their fans. The cycling fans are just a different breed. Holy hell. because the amount of
Yeah.
cheering that went on just next to the cyclists, I thought, bloody hell, they're gonna knock off the riders from their bikes.
Yeah, the road opens like that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just see the riders like shushing them away, like move, get out of my way. So
I
it's
think we
fun.
might
I
just
even
have to
saw,
go next year.
yeah, ooh, that's a
Could-
shout,
could-
but
Could be
I'll be
quite
there for the
fun
job, nothing else.
parking up on that road in the middle of the Alps for a week beforehand and just
Yeah.
chilling, and then then
With the
on the
Heineken.
Saturday or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Then you watch them come by. I mean, it seems like a terrible week, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the only thing that bothers me, you do this camp out thing, and they go past you once. And that's
Yeah.
Exactly, and
So
it's
all
not
that
like
effort-
there's.
It's not like they're going to
It's
return.
not
So
like-
if all the riders are finished there, what then? Is the party done, or you're going to move to the next
Then
one?
it's done. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like the gun run where you've got one group or there's people coming by for hours,
Yeah.
and then people that don't worry about too much about the time. These oaks come by and then it's 15-20 minutes and then everybody's done
Yeah.
even quicker.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite close in the Netherlands. Maybe I'll go watch, but they do cross over the borders, so I
Yeah.
might look into maybe one of those spots. But like you say, it's a quick stop or a quick watch, and then it's over. So yeah, maybe next year. It's always the next year. But yeah, other than the Tour de France, it's wrapping up, and I'm sure we all know who's gonna win. The Superbru, so Flippy's locking in the goal, so congrats to that one. Peter letting it slip. This mustn't
Yeah.
become a habit. So I'm sure
I'm
we'll
very
monitor
disappointed,
that.
but I don't really care. You know, it's I just love
But deep
just
down.
love the sport. Yeah,
Of
deep
course,
down.
yeah.
Deep down, Flippy, I'll always know. I'll never forget this. You know,
Just
This
don't
is-
slip out
this
on
is
the
worse
last
than-
day.
this is worse than Jaap Plus taking the IPL from me on the last day. This is worse. And when I saw him coming up, I'm like, no, don't you dare. And if he takes second place from me, I might just quit.
Yeah, but there's still
Right.
time. Let's hope for not another slip up, because Albert's still in there for a second place. So hopefully you won't slip down even further down. So all the best for you there.
Yeah, let's move on to the Currie Cup.
Yeah, well, before we get to the Currie Cup, earlier this week, Rassi released the squad for the Greatest Rivalry Tour. I think there aren't too much surprises in the squad. He did send, I think, about 6 guys or something home, mostly Stormers. Surprise mission was keeping Herschel Jantjies and sending off Ambrose Poppy back
Huge
to the Bulls.
surprise.
But I think I've read a lot of comments. People think it's just because if you send home Herschel Jantjies now, he needs to go to pre-season in France. And then if he releases Ambrose Papier, he still gets a game against the All Blacks. So I wouldn't say he's out of the squad, because the All Blacks do play a couple of games against the URC sides. So I think he's planning something with that. Other omissions were the Stormers boys, Jovan Roos, Chukunchunu, and Ruben van Heerden. You're surprised about those omissions? I mean, Jovan Roos is a great player, but we've got so much depth at 8th man. I think Jasper Wiese is playing so well at the moment, so I do understand it. And Andre Guventer obviously not in the top 2 picking order. I think Rassi has decided now that it's Malcolm and Johan at number 1 and 2. And also the youngster, Jaco Williams, also sent back. But these Oaks will, I think, definitely get a game against the All Blacks when they play the local sides. What do you guys think about the squad? I think it's a deep squad, and it looks good.
I mean, it's incredibly deep. It's an incredible squad. I thought for a second they'd left Kobus Wiese at home, but I'm really glad he's in the team. Very, very excited. I was quite surprised that Chituka made it. I thought maybe he would keep Ivan instead,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm very chuffed for him. I think he's a phenomenal player, and I think it's also, I think he probably made it because of that utility forward role, because he can play lock. I think we sing Pieter Steff at lock also,
Yes.
but more every now and then. So it's quite interesting to see. It opens up nice positions for, I mean, for people like Cameron Hanekom and Chituka and Mark van Staden to play. So yeah, no, I'm very excited by it. Flippy?
Yeah, I think I can't remember where I heard this stats with regarding Evan Roos. Like he's the URC top scorer. I'm a huge fan of his. He's a beast of a dude. But there's a stats. I can't remember who I heard this from, but the amount of times he loses the ball is maybe the reason he wasn't picked for this team, because he can carry the ball, he can score twice, but for some reason he just can't keep the ball going forward. Like, I think he loses the ball way too much. That's maybe the reason Rassie didn't pick him. Yeah, I'm a little bit sad about Chuchunu not making the squad. I think he would have been great there, but looking at the list you got there for the props, you can't really compete there yet. We're loaded with the amount of players we can actually have in that position that can actually really do the job. And Paul de Villiers, love to see him back in the loose forwards. I think he might be the replacement for Siya Kolisi going forwards if he decides to retire from international rugby. I know there's been rumours of Siya retiring. Maybe it's time, maybe it's not. I'm not sure about that. What do you guys think about that? Siya Kolisi retiring from international.
Yeah, he'll definitely play through to the World Cup, and I think the Storm. Yeah, and I think the Storm has also signed him for next year. So I think he'll definitely still be in the mix. But I think after this World Cup, it will be a general phase out, like we saw with Vili and Mapimpi and maybe Bongi. I think it would be a phase out. Rassie doesn't just cut you loose after the cycle ends. He's got his system in place, and to the benefit, help coaching and mentoring the young ones coming through. I don't know about you, Peter.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I think he's, barring any injuries, he will be there at the next World Cup for sure. I think you'd be mad to not take him just for what he brings, even if what he might not bring on pitch as much anymore. But we all know that if we get to a World Cup and he plays that first game and he pulls on that Springbok jersey, whether he's 48 or whether he's 22, he plays out of his skin for the Bokke. Like him and Evan just do it. So I think, that pride and passion and leadership will be, when he does retire, it will be greatly missed.
Yeah, I think what also, that the players around him play better when Siya's on the field. He just brings the energy, the crowd, the stadium into the game. So he makes the players around him better. And also, Russ is not an 80-minute play anymore. You can give Siya his 50 minutes where he can go all out, and then you bring the next guy in line. Paul de Villiers. What a guy. And what a poacher he is of the ball. I think learning a lot from what Dion Fourie at the Stormers, also one of the top poachers. Very low to the ground. So very excited for him. I'm just worried about some of the game time in some of these Oaks. Eben hasn't played, I think, in almost any rugby this year. Louis de Jager is coming back from injury. I don't know when he's last played a game. Sasha is short on game time. So we've got that one test against Morne van der Berg. A whole list. Ethan Hooker is also only coming back now. Kanan Moody. So we've got this deep squad. But looking at game time for some of these players, I'm a bit worried. But I think Rassie's going to use that Argentina game on the 7th of August to just give these guys a a run and see how they go, because you can't just expect these guys against the first test against the All Blacks to be 100%. And and I think that first test is going to be an important one. You want to get off with the W.
Yeah, nothing like going against Argentina. It's not like Russia's going to put down like it's going to be a test match or like a practice match against Argentina. I think Russia is still going to go full steam against Argentina. We know how strong the Argentine team can be. So, but it will be, it's just a perfect situation for them to actually get some game time under their belts, because especially Eben, because he's been out for a while now. With injuries and concussions, so it would be nice to see how it affected him and if he can still play on the level we all know he can. But I think even he's rock hard. I think he'll bounce back so quickly. I think he still has more to show us.
Yeah, no, definitely. If we have a look, so for those who have not joined our Superbru pool for the Super or for the Greatest Rivalry Tour, please join. We're on 27 players at the moment.
It's super cool that you get to pick even the Stormers New Zealand game and stuff like that. It's actually amazing.
Yeah, I'll just give a quick rundown so everybody sees just how the tour is gonna go. So we play I think the 7th of August. That's when we play against Argentina. So half of our squad will be there, preparing obviously for this tour. Then game 2. So then, this is actually midweek games. So you'll see these games. This is obviously a Friday.
Friday night.
The Sharkies. Yes, a Tuesday game.
Wow.
On the 11th of August, and then later in the week, 4 days later, they rock up at Loftus on the Saturday. And then the 22nd of August, a week later, is that first day. So we'll have that game on the 7th of August, and we'll have those 2 off weekends, the Bokke. And then that's the first test against the New Zealand. And then we have a game 4, midweek game again between the first 2 tests. One at Ellis Park. And then it's Cape Town game, the Cape Town one. And third test, 5th of September. And then they fly off to the US for that 4th test. So mouth-watering. I can't wait. I think it's a pity. I have a suspicion that the teams, these midweek games against the URC teams, are going to be a bit of a one-sided affair. I'm not sure how many Springboks will be playing. It's not the URC team, the Bulls URC team that you'll see in the finals against Leinster. Yeah, it's not that team.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if Russ is going to release some players, maybe to also get some game time. I think it would be smart, especially some of the Oaks that haven't had a lot of game time. So, what do you guys think? Also, I think only the Stormers had a couple of players released, but I think it might be a one-sided affair.
Yeah, I don't think New Zealand's gonna if they play against the Stormers, the Bulls, the Sharks, the Lions. I don't think they're gonna put out a full strength New Zealand team. I think this is gonna be an opportunity for them to test their younger players a little bit, because the URC teams, they're not gonna be at full strength, and to place and play against a full-fledged New Zealand team, they're gonna destroy. Unfortunately, I say destroy. It's gonna be one-sided, and I don't think they want that, because it's a lot of games for New Zealand to actually come play here, and South African players only play 4 games, while they have to play 8, I believe. So there's gonna be rotations for them as well, I believe. I don't think it's gonna be that one-sided, because you can't play 8 games in a month's time and expect every player to be fit all the time. There's going to be fatigue, there's going to be injuries, so it's going to be in the back of their mind as well. And if Rassie releases players to these teams, I don't believe he's going to. I think this is going to be an opportunity for younger players to actually show what they got and show Rassie they can play for the Springboks as well. So, I don't might be a little bit one-sided, but I don't think it's going to be like 50 plus games, like a 50 plus score game.
Guess we'll see in the
Yeah,
picks.
I'm very curious to see that. And I think they're going to be big. I think they're going to be demolished. I'm just curious to see how big the New Zealand squad will be. Because I doubt they must bring at least two teams. I mean, you would expect
Yeah.
if they're playing that many games. So I wonder if it's a 35, 40 man squad they're bringing. I don't really know what the rules are regarding that, but I would expect that would be the case. Because it is a lot of rugby. I mean, if you're playing twice in the week and then on the weekend, you can't play the same team even once that week. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I'll be watching with eager eyes, seeing which young players they bring along for New Zealand. But I do think some of those will hurt. I think some of those scores might be quite big.
Yeah.
The ones on the Thursday before the Saturday game, but I can expect that
The
Tuesday,
captain's run.
especially if they've lost to us the weekend before and they playing, let's say, the Sharks on Tuesday. I would pity the Sharks.
But I still think the Boks should win this whole tour. We'll obviously cover a lot of it, but I think the main thing is New Zealand has got a good team, a very good team, a good 15-23 they can put on. But as soon and when there's a tour, as soon as there's going to be injuries in the squad, or the eventual injuries, the depth that they're going to bring back, they won't be able to match the Boks. Even the bench already is a bit drop, I think, when you compare the bench of the Boks and the All Blacks. So they can't afford to have too much injuries because the depth isn't as big as it is with the Bokke. I don't know how you guys see it.
Yeah, South Africa, we are blessed with the number of players we actually have that can fill positions, and I don't see New Zealand having this type of depth at the moment. Still a long way to go for them, but they do have players that's coming up in the ranks that can match us. But if you have to compare the two teams, South Africa is far ahead of us, ahead of them. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good. I don't know. It's a good time for them to grow. I mean, their production line will never be short. They've been doing this for so long. It might not be as incredible as ours at the moment, but there's no doubting their quality. So I don't know. I still think it'll be a huge test. There's no guarantees of us winning this thing, for sure. New Zealand will always be New Zealand.
Are we going to see some picks for New Zealand, Peter, against the Bokke?
See, the problem is I might be going to two of the games, so I can't really bet against the Bokke, especially if I'm going, So yeah, there's possibility going to Joburg for one of them. So yeah, definitely gonna be rooting for the Bokke all the way through. I'll happily lose on Superbru. I'll happily pick the Bokke and lose in real life, but you got to go with the Bokke.
I think that question should be more targeted to you, being the one that has previously gone against the Springboks in a Superbru game. Will you be picking New Zealand for one or two games there?
In the past, maybe, but this tour I'll be picking the Boks definitely. But I guess we'll see. Only time will tell.
Loves changing
for
the game.
Yeah. Other rugby that actually has been on this weekend was the Currie Cup. I've been following it also with an eager eye. Peter's actually here in the top 3, so congrats.
I'm not getting
Peter.
comfortable at the top again, I'm telling you that much.
Valley with the yellow cap, Bulls 50 with the spoon. Where's Flippy?
Oi, Flippy!
Struggling.
Flippy!
Wait, I'm pretty sure that thing hasn't updated yet. It can't be just 2 wins. It can't be. Hey, no.
But looking at the weekend's results, Cheetahs getting one over the Sharks. Faf de Klerk played a brilliant game. That guy,
absolute blunder.
You can see he looked like the Springbok on the field, scoring an intercept, just running the show. He was very good, and I'm very happy for the Cheetahs to actually have him in his squad. think it helps the guys very much. And then the Lions, Pumas disappointing me. I picked them again this weekend, and they.
I learned from my
Lions.
mistakes on that. That is, I was too excited for the Pumas, but they hurt me last week.
Yeah,
And then they got stumped by the Lions. I mean, but also, I mean, I'm a Lion. I have to go with the back your boys, you know. But yeah, the Boerland one is amazing. When I saw that result today.
Yeah, Flippy did go with the Stormers.
Not
Flippy.
by much,
Yeah.
but yeah, they disappointed again. I didn't go with them last week, and they won, and I thought maybe. And of course, this week they get blasted by Boerland. Boerland was brilliant. The Stormers, not so much. Ooh.
I think we're all learning that Boerland Park is clearly a absolute
A
fortress.
Wellington.
I mean,
There's something in the water if it's a Sunday in Wellington.
Yeah, you don't just go in the wax. I mean, those oaks are having brandy and cokes next to that field.
Exactly.
It's an atmosphere.
It's the new Eden Park.
Exactly,
Boerland.
exactly. The All Blacks should go play them there. They might just lose.
Exactly.
I would actually love to go
that-
watch a game at their home stadium. That will actually be a
We should
vibe.
actually make a plan to do that.
Make a plan.
We should have a look this weekend or next weekend.
Yeah, when looking at the results so far, I see the Cheetahs are strong, Lions are strong, and then Boerland are looking good at home. They have
Cheetahs are looking very good, and I'm so chuffed to see it. Hope they
But
can
still,
hold it.
and Griquas, I think they currently my favorite to go for. But I'm just keeping an eye on to see when the under 20 World Cup winners will be playing in these other squads. Then I think the other unions will get a bit of a boost. But for now, the smaller unions with their full strength squad, taking charge. Apart from the Lions, they've been doing well. And then another final that has played was the Currie Cup First Division. That was the Eagles. They won against the Falke. Not a tournament on Superbru. And when I was thinking just about tournaments, I'm currently wondering how Superbru decides what tournaments do they present on Superbru, and why they leave out some tournaments. Are there any tournaments specifically that you guys think maybe it should be a fun one to pick, or are you quite happy with the amount of tournaments that are currently available?
No, so I think with the cricket, I would prefer if they added a bit more. Like India are playing in Zimbabwe at the moment, and I mean, yes, they might be thrashing them, but I mean, I think I would quite be interested in some more smaller nation cricket like that, personally. Sorry, what were you going to say, Flip?
I think Superbru mainly. I think they pick the game, like the tournaments, to, based on how many people actually watch these games that's on Superbru. Because it doesn't matter if you have a tournament and only like a few people make a tournament or join a tournament, then all that effort and all resources that go into collecting all this information and data goes to waste. So I think the popularity of the sport is a huge factor. Like if you look at the tipping, we are like trying to ignore, but I think there's going to be a one or two more tournaments coming in soon.
There are a lot of tipping tournaments. What is going on?
No.
For those who don't know, the tipping is rugby league tournaments.
So because I think Superbru also has a huge Australian fan base, so Australians clearly like using Superbru. So it just depends on the amount of people that actually watch the games. Like I think the tournament you just mentioned, the Currie Cup
First Division.
First Division, like how many South Africans actually watch that? To actually know what's going on there.
I second your need for more cricket tournaments or series, because we've got a lot of. I saw we had New Zealand and England, but we didn't have. Say for instance, Pakistan is playing West Indies at the moment. And sorry guys, I'm just laughing because Flippy dropped off. And it's every time. But yeah, like Peter said, I would like some more cricket tournaments. We have India playing Zimbabwe, and West Indies currently playing Pakistan in the first test.
Yeah.
So these are actually quite enjoyable, and it's not so intensive to pick. You pick your 4 players, and and that's for one test match, and that there's one pick a week. So yeah, those I would like to see. I obviously would enjoy more rugby tournaments. I mean, at the moment, if it's available, we start a pool.
Yeah.
Same with the NPC. Like Flippy said, there must then be quite a fan base in New Zealand, because I don't know anyone in South Africa that's actually watching NPC rugby.
Exactly.
I would like to see more, but I have seen over the years, we've been playing Superbru for quite a while, and I have been seeing there's been a bit more tournaments, but I'm not sure why they wouldn't expand it more. What's the constraints? But maybe send them an email. I've chatted with them in the past, so a few questions. But then on to some transfer news. The big one is Ma Nonu is joining the Sharks. So just for reference, Ma Nonu is 44 years old, and JP Peterson is 40 years old.
No way. No, honestly, I'm so excited by this. I think I don't think there's anything in rugby that could happen this year that's more exciting for me. He is just one of my all-time favorite rugby players. Watching him for New Zealand was just such a treat. And I also think it actually makes a lot of sense. I mean, they've got such young players that really could do with his experience and knowledge. And at the same time, he could probably do a job. I mean, with no Andre Esther,
exactly.
Good job. It's the Currie Cup. I wouldn't put it past him. Flippy, welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Flippy.
Yeah.
We took over your point. Yeah.
Your point was most of your point was heard, and most of it was good. I thought you were on a roll there. So it's good cut out. I know you were going somewhere good with it.
Because I went full on explanation mode, everything, and then I just saw like a bloody internet sign going in the distance, and like, oh no.
You must slow it down, otherwise you overload the connection.
Yeah.
Getting too excited with these facts.
Yeah,
I'm
your
not
takes
sure
must
how
be
much
less
you
hot,
guys-
Flippy. Your takes are too hot.
I'm not sure how much you guys heard my explanation, but just to summarize, it's about popularity.
Flippy, we still
Flippy, you're too hot again.
Flippy, have less important takes. you freaking your internet out.
You should put the fan not on yourself but on the computer.
Oh,
But Flippy,
One day.
we've moved on now to Ma'a Nonu joining the Sharks as a player and as a kind of mentor, I guess. What are your careful now? The takes must not be too hot now. So
Yes.
we're very mild opinions. Flippy.
I'll make it quick just in case my internet goes again. Great player, lots of experience. I think he'll do great at the Sharks, but yeah, the age is a question. How much can he actually add to the Sharks team that has a young squad actually? So hopefully he can do some damage there.
Now
Yeah,
they just
I mean,
need
we
now
see-
they just need to get Matt Gitto at fly off, and then they're sorted.
Exactly. They should look to bring back the boys.
back the boys.
But I think we're seeing a new kind of hybrid here. It's the coach player and not the playing multiple positions. So
Maybe JB Peterson should also dust off his boots and get on the wing there. I mean, who knows?
Exactly. Look, we would have thought maybe Rassi thinks of this something. Maybe JP Peterson is bringing something new into fashion.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you're at this age, it's a risky Yeah, you should not play every week. I mean, then it's one injury and then career over. So, yeah, I'll be interesting to see if he plays the All Blacks when they come and tour. So that's an interesting one to keep an eye on. Manonu against the All Blacks. Yeah, but
I'll be
yeah,
interested
other
in
news.
how.
No,
I would be interested
Rest
in,
of it.
to know how JP actually convinced him to come over to the Sharks.
Yeah.
Like, how did that conversation go? I would be a fly on the wall there.
That is.
it's the Moolah
Yeah. I think
and
Rock,
the Durban Waves. And
I think
they-
Rock
they-
Nation definitely dropped a couple of mil into his direct debit bank account there, bro.
Because if he wants to play for money, there's probably better options out there. But because South Africans,
Flippy is 44. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually who
I don't think
wants
there are
you and
any
is
other
willing to
options.
pay you.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, if the Sharks win something in the URC with Manonu playing some games, I mean, everyone will say this was a masterstroke
Exactly.
from JP Peterson, but it can also go the other way.
The other way.
You know?
Mm.
We spend a lot of money, but with the youngsters, I think they've got in the back line Jaco Williams, they've got Siaya, Jorenzo Julius. I mean, just having the guy in the camp is gonna benefit South Africa and the Sharks immensely. So I definitely think he's got value to add, even if it's not actual playing the games for the Sharks. So I'll definitely we'll see, and we'll see what's gonna go on there. But wish him all the best. And I mean, it can only go better for the Sharks at the moment. They had their disappointing season, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
You.
Yeah, other transfer news. It's just about looking at the Stormers. I had rumours that they are talking to Jorenzo Julius from the Sharks.
Oh.
That would be a lovely signing
Wow.
in the midfield. Not sure how you guys feel about Jorenzo, but he's one of my favourite players, especially a fantasy player when picking.
Yeah, it would be incredible for him to walk into that team. I mean, for playing next to Sasha in midfield would be something else. If he ever gets the ball, but it would really be something else. I think it's very, very exciting. Stormers are actually doing the business.
Yeah, I'm guessing because they're bringing a lot of players back that from like Sia Kolisi's coming back, Colby's coming back. There were rumors about Dialenda also. I believe, I'm not sure how true that might be, but the wage structure of the Stormers, money is tight at the moment, I think. So between Dialenda, because he's going to ask a pretty penny, because he's making big bucks playing in Japan at the moment. So he's going to be expensive. So I think Lorenzo might be the better choice here going for the long run, because the younger player over the more experienced player, but still, you can build with Lorenzo, because he might be the future center for the Springboks one day if you can guide him on the right path. But yeah, so great signing for the Stormers if they complete this.
And then don't forget about Volkelo also joining the Stormers. So they'll be stacked next season. We'll see if they sign Kolisi's friend Eben as well.
Yeah, I would
But,
expect that.
interesting to see how they move in these off seasons. So much going on in off season with the transfers. So we'll definitely keep an eye and keep everyone updated if we see some interesting ones. And yeah, we touched on the cricket, but yeah, we haven't as much yet talked about the youngster from India, Suryavanshi. He scored an 81 of 49 deliveries against Zimbabwe, and he's 15 years old and 121 days. That's impressive. I mean, I've not seen it. I mean, I'm sure everyone in the IPL that watched IPL is aware of this kid. It's phenomenal. The ability of him just hitting sixes, and he easily scores above 200 strike rate. He's gonna be something special.
It is incredible, honestly. I'll be curious to see how he does over his first 10, 15 games for India. I think that'll be the real test of it, to see how he can deal with that pressure. Because now it's maybe, I mean, no disrespect to Zimbabwe, but doing it in Zimbabwe is tough. They've got a good bowling attack, to be fair. But I mean, the fact that he's already scoring will give him major confidence. But 15 years old, how on earth do you do that? At 15 years old, I was trying to get an under 15 C team together to play inter-schools. And this guy is playing international cricket. I
think he's born in 2011.
That makes you feel old, doesn't it?
That makes me feel hella old. Yo.
2011.
What am I doing with my life?
Getting disconnected from your own podcast.
Yeah. But I'm definitely. I want to see. They've got the ODI series against Zimbabwe. So just for interest's sake, India won the series 3 love, the T20 series in Zimbabwe, and now they're moving on to one days. So I'll be interested to see if they're gonna include him into that squad as well. They might as well just give him some game time. I mean, they don't have as much to lose and everything to gain to give him that experience. I think that would also be a walkover for India at the moment, their one-day squad, and especially with the eye on the World Cup next year, I don't think they'll take it too lightly. They're actually looking to build and be ready for that World Cup. And we've also got West Indies playing Pakistan. So I've been quite surprised by the West Indies the last couple of months. They seem to build quite a strong squad. And Pakistan is always up and down. I think they've been a bit more down than up lately. I just can't wait for the Proteas just to get some game time again.
I'm just giggling because I see Flippy is completely zoned out again. I thought I was just double checking at first to see if he was just frozen again, but then I saw his eyes close, and I was wondering if they were going to open again. But that is.
Yeah, you lost me there for a second there, but I'm back. I'm
always optimistic with the Windies, but oh man, they hurt. They break your heart so often. These guys, the talent over there is just unreal. We can't deny it, but building a squad that's confident is a really difficult thing. Proteas are almost playing. We're playing in September against England, aren't we? So very excited.
Actually, I've got a tab here just to give everyone an overview of what's ahead for the Proteas. When do we play? Actually, in Dutch here, South Africa is
against Australia first.
So we have our ODI series against Australia in the end of September, 24th of September. That kicks off, and then we move on to the massive 3-match Test series against Australia at home. First time Australia's been here since the whole sandpaper. Yes. And it's always spicy against.
There's definitely going to be some atmosphere at Newlands, that's for sure.
I remember when the Cock and the Warner got stuck into each other, and it's just the crowd getting into it. So I'm very excited for that, and obviously very good, very nice chance to get some championship points or for the World Test Championship table. Then we're off to Bangladesh, 2-match Test series. 3-match ODI series, T20 series, and then end of year we've got England also for only the tests, 3 tests, very nice, and then 3 ODIs. So I'm very looking forward to that, but it's still a while away. But what do you guys think? We're gonna win the Aussies?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think it'll be a fight. I think we can expect some rustiness. It's been a while since we played now, but I can't wait for it to get underway. I think it'll be good to see if Quinny's playing now or not. I can't really keep up with playing for the Proteas anymore or not, but very, very excited for it. Most important thing is I'm gonna have to start looking for tickets. That's
yes.
That's
it's not it's who you know.
It's who you know, unfortunately. What do you think, Flippy, about the Proteas schedule? This would be a good time for you to disconnect, actually.
I start getting interested in cricket again when the Proteas play, when the other nations play. I'm not really interested, unfortunately. I'm so sorry for the real cricket fans and so on. But yeah, if the Proteas play, I'm there. I will be watching the games. Yeah, Proteas. Let's just hope they're on form, because for me, they're always a tricky. Like you can't really predict what they're gonna do. Are they going to like waste Australia or whoever we're going to play against? Are they going to waste us, or it's going to be like an even game? You can't really predict with them. That's only my personal opinion. Every time I say we're going to win this game, they either beat us or it's too close for comfort, or the next game I think, okay, we're going to lose, and then they just destroy the team on the bats, on the ball, whatever. So I'm going to go with South Africa, of course. Definitely 5 whitewash for them, but yeah, it's still Australia. I'm not a fan of their cricket. I think probably my least favorite team going into the cricket world. But yeah.
I think I'll make an early prediction. I think we're gonna. Yeah, I've got a feeling Australia's on the way down. They've got an aging bowling attack. I mean, Stark, Hazelwood, and Cummins. I think when the time comes when they retire, they don't have anybody else in the wings. I think our bowling lineup matches up well against theirs. So I just got a feeling we will be taking that series. We've had a good record always against Australia. But yeah, at the moment all of our plays is just swinging bats in the 100. So yeah, I don't pay too much attention, and you can't take actually anything out of that. Yeah, I'm not watching any 100. I'm not sure if you guys are watching, but I won't be watching 100 because it gets too ridiculous. Some of these things.
Absolutely.
Before you know it, it's a 5-over game, or it's the 80 or something like that.
No, I'm not interested in the slightest, I'll be honest. It's test cricket or nothing.
No, I'm a fan of the T20s. It's quick, it's fast, I can actually keep up. So yeah, T20s for me. Or the one-day internationals are fun as well. But when you get those 5-day matches, you lose me completely.
Except when you're there, Flippy, but then we lose you in a whole
Yeah, if I'm there live, it's fine. I don't care. I have a beer in my hand. I can watch the
we lose them after 3 beers instead,
Yeah.
Live cricket is better than cricket in front of the TV, I'd say.
Yeah, this week again, it's not too much going on. The NPC starts on Thursday, so it will be a new guessing game for us three. We'll see who gets the guesses.
Absolute guessing game. I've not heard of any of these teams. Bay of Plenty for the win.
We could actually, if we want to play another guessing game, I think the Scottish Premier.
No, we're not going to play football leagues.
No. This is rugby. This isn't footy. No. Don't get confused. I'm definitely not going to make a pool for Premier League. That's just too hectic. Yeah.
What about Championship? If you want to do Championship, picking every 3 days, I'll do that.
Deal? Minutes?
It's a long season though. It's for a year.
Easy game. I probably won't do well, but I'm
Don't
sure
worry.
there's.
None of us can watch it because you can't stream it. So
I mean, if we go about what happened in the World Cup log, I actually might have a chance here.
yeah, I think he beat both of us. Both of us didn't he, Flippy?
Exactly. So not
Just
watching
deeply
the game
bad.
actually might help me.
Like Flippy beating me in Tour de France. How do these things happen?
Just to show, in Superbru, Superbru doesn't care if you're an expert in the sport. He'll punish you and humble you very quickly.
You can definitely bullshit your way to the top as well. We've seen that as well.
Yeah, I'm the king of bullshit at the moment. So.
We'll see who does it best in the NPC predictor. We've got 9 people in the pool, so anyone anyone that still wants to join, maybe if there
We
are
should try and tap into that Aussie field. Get some of those Aussies involved. It would be good fun.
Yeah, some of the NRL games. I think coming up yeah, I'm not sure when that
Starts on
season
Thursday,
starts,
right?
but we'll keep an eye on it.
I think it starts this week Thursday, doesn't it? The NPC.
The NPC, and then we've got the Scottish Premiership, and then it's a lot of football as well. So I'll keep an eye on the rugby league. Maybe we'll maybe dip our toe in the water. But other than that, it's the wait for the Greatest Rivalry Tour. The Tour de France is done. So we'll catch up again next week. We'll maybe look at the Currie Cup and maybe do a deep dive into a subject or two, and then we'll see you guys again next week. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.